Today on Larger Curves, we'll be taking a look at the clip from The Talk. Real quick, copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 in the Copyrights Act of 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted and by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And back to the video. So today, we're going to be looking at what happened with Sharon Osbourne. Here we go.
I wanted to let everyone that watches our show know that because I supported my friend with his freedom of speech and his opinions on what he felt about the interview of Meghan and Harry, I know he has a right to say what he feels on the interview, as we have a right to say, and everybody has a right to say what they feel with freedom of speech. Did I like everything he said? Did I agree with what he said? No, because it's his opinion, it's not my opinion. But why is it that because I supported a longtime friend and work colleague of mine for years, that everybody goes, if you support him, then you must be racist because he's racist? Now, I support him for his freedom of speech and he's my friend. I'm not racist, neither is Piers racist, and I hate the fact of even saying I'm not racist. It's a terrible, evil word to call anybody without knowledge of that. Now, what have I ever said about anybody that is racist? It's not within me. It's not within me who I am. It's not in my soul. I don't care what color or what religion anyone is. Are you a nice person? That's what I judge you on. Are you respectful and nice to me? Then I return it. I don't care anybody's religion or race. It has nothing to do with being a good person, but I'm the last person in the world who's racist.
Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Let's keep going.
And you see a good friend going through a difficult situation and you know them on a different level and you really know their personal heart and their minds, you know, and you have this relationship with Piers. So I completely understand why you reached out and supported a friend. He's a friend. And I agree with you. It doesn't mean that you support what he said.
No, I don't. And half the stuff he comes out with, I'm like, where did that come from? But it's Piers. And Piers is employed to give his comments. And that's what he does. He's a journalist.
We have a lot of friends that say things that we don't agree with, but they still are friends.
Cheryl, he comes on here, and what do we say every time he comes on here?
Oh, what, he's not going to show up the time and we're not going to get a word in edgewise. That's what I be thinking in my mind.
Yeah, but he waffles on and we go, okay.
But I will say that the last time that he came on the show, I did bring to his attention that there were racial and racist implications in the dealings with Meghan Markle, specifically because she was Black. But you know we love you here. And this show is called The Talk, and we talk to each other.
Yeah.
So I really would like to know, because I've been knowing you for years since I've been here, and I've never seen anything come out of you other than, if I don't know, I'm willing to learn. If it comes off a certain way, I stand corrected.
Right.
That's the only thing I've seen.
Yeah.
So what would you say to people who may feel that while you're standing by your friend, it appears that you give validation or safe haven to something that he has uttered that is racist, even if you don't agree? Am I saying it right? Okay,
I don't know what he's uttered that's racist. I'm not trying to slide out of this one.
Right.
I don't know. Tell me, what has he uttered that's racist?
If he talks about, he doesn't want to understand that how Meghan was treated was racism, and then says, and I'm just going off the top of my head, so forgive me, audience.
Go on.
If he says, I don't see it as being racist or what she's going. I don't believe what she's going through. Or it's that white entitlement privilege that makes it racist upon itself. So if you're saying I stand with you, how do you address people who say then you are standing with racism? Not saying that you are. I'm saying for people that may be feeling that, because the Sharon that I know, the Sharon that I've been talking to in learning systemic racism, that's learning about the deeper, the more covert than overt racism. That's what the journey you and I have been going on, all the way back to Breonna Taylor, all the way back to George Floyd. That's why I say I don't think what people are applying to you is all the way apropos. But once you say I stand by my friend, then people think, well, then you must agree with what he's saying.
The reason is because I think in this moment we need people to stand up for anti-racism. Like, not being racist is almost but without being anti-racist. I think that's the thing. When people feel that he's racist, people have receipts. I wish we had them today so that we could actually go deeper into this conversation, so people could see why people feel that he's racist and sexist. I mean, there's a lot, but we don't have those receipts here. But I think the bigger point is anti-racism is what is being called for, not just not being racist. So when we kind of give passes or give space to people who are saying damaging, harmful things, what we're kind of doing is permissing it. And I think that's what people are reacting to. And listen, I don't have a dog in this fight here.
I have said that every newspaper article in England that came out where it said she was from Compton to the Palace and this, that, and the other, it's despicable. It is hatefulness. It's evil. But I'm sorry if I say that, listen, he's my friend, he's entitled to his opinion. And if he thinks Meghan is whatever he says about her, I don't agree with what he says, but I agree with his right to say what he feels. And I don't think, I haven't heard, he's not my husband. I don't know everything he does, you know? He's a work colleague who became my friend. And I don't know everything he's ever said about Meghan, but I personally have never heard him say anything about her.
But most
her color or her race.
It doesn't. I mean, there's something called unconscious bias, right? I don't think that everybody who is actually racist knows they're racist. I don't think that everyone who does things from a place of unconscious bias, that's called unconscious bias for a reason. You're not aware of it. So when somebody else is saying to you, hey, the things that you're saying are racist, they're harmful, they hurt me, I think that there is, especially now, I hope that folks can take a beat and stop and listen and really reflect on why they're saying that. And
if I like Pierce and he's seen as racist, then I'm racist. Is that what you're saying?
It's not the case, but I think this is uncomfortable because no one wants to challenge a friend, especially on national television. And so I think we're almost demonstrating what has played out between you and Pierce. It's like no one wants to be the one to say the thing that's gonna, offend a friend publicly. You want to stand with your friend, but when your friend is also, creating space for, or not shunning, it's almost like a true friend's responsibility is to hold a friend accountable, is my feeling. It's an uncomfortable thing to do, but it's coming from love. And I think people believe that you're not racist. I don't think you're racist, just to say that super plainly. I don't think you're racist. But I think if people know you're not racist, they would want you to stand up to your friend who has done racist things, who has been sexist in the coverage of Meghan. I think that's where it's coming from. But I'm not here. I don't follow Piers Morgan's career. I don't follow the royal palace.
Excuse me, neither do I. As I've said, he's not my husband. He's not my lover. He was never a boyfriend. I have friends in my life. I stick up for my friends. If I was ever needed him, he would be there for me. And that's it. I feel even like I'm about to be put in the electric chair because I have a friend who many people think is a racist, so that makes me a racist. And for me, at 68 years of age, to have to turn around and say, I ain't racist. What's it got to do with me? Okay, how can I be racist about anybody? How can I be racist about anybody or anything in my life? How can I?
Well,
What?
We'll be right
Well,
back.
what?
We have more topics, so don't go away.
And I think we should stop this.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people like Geico because it's just easy. Bundling, for example.
Okay, so that was the first part of Sharon Osbourne talking on The Talk about her defense of Pierce Morgan, what she started off as a good friend, and now you saw she just ended with, he's an acquaintance pretty much. And because of that, she defended him, and in defending him, she said that he's not a racist, I'm not a racist, and then somehow it turned into she felt like she was being called a racist because she supports a racist blindly, and no matter what he says, it's his right to say it. No matter how despicable the act, it's his right. It's his right. And no matter how despicable, it's his right. So, as you can see, I heard this was like a 20-minute interaction that Sharon Osbourne had with the co-hosts on The Talk. And because of that, I wanted to, sorry about that finger. And because of that, I wanted to see for myself, because I had just seen the mortifying clips that everybody else saw. But now I'm seeing that the venom that she spewed at Cheryl was really high key, seeing as how Elaine did a lot of talking. I'm not sure how Cheryl's about to end up with the brunt of it. Because in what I saw, Cheryl was about to cry for Lord knows what reason. You know, I guess it's like you cry to keep from yelling at her since you want your job and everything. And Sharon is like the anchor, I guess, of the show. She's the most senior person there. So let's get back to it.
Ask you again, Cheryl.
Yes.
I've been asking you during the break. I'm asking you again. And don't try and cry, because if anyone should be crying, it should be me. This is the situation.
Yes.
You tell me where you have heard him say, educate me. Tell me.
I want you to hear from me. That we are doing live TV right now. And I want you to hear from me.
I will ask you again, Cheryl.
Yes.
I've been asking you during the break. I'm asking you again. And don't try and cry, because if anyone should be crying, it should be me. This is the situation.
Yes.
You tell me where you have heard him say, educate me. Tell me when you have heard him say racist things. Educate me. Tell me.
It is not the exact words